the greatest investigative reporter left in the United States, Seymour Hersh, is at it again at the New Yorker magazine. In the context of a larger article, he mentions the fact that Dick Cheney, while he was still a sitting vice president, and I believe after the election in this country had been decided, and Barack Obama either had been elected president, not sworn in yet, but elected president, or it was Barack Obama who had just gotten the Democratic nomination. I think it was the former. I think he'd been sworn in, or not sworn in, but elected president by the votes. And Cheney apparently was in Israel, or at least talking to the Israeli government, telling them that Barack Obama was pro-Palestinian, that Barack Obama was a threat to Israel, that Barack Obama was not in the major leagues, that Barack Obama was going to destroy the country and take Israel down with it, more or less. He didn't say it exactly like that, but that was the implication. Somebody needs to explain to Dick Cheney that it's time for him to shut up. Seriously, shut up. This is a guy who did more to destroy this country than World War II. He did more to destroy the country than the War of 1812. This man is a threat to every single citizen of the United States. Why he is still loose? Well, the answer to that is because the Democrats are cowards. Well, thank God for the Spanish. The same judge who issued the arrest warrants for another murderous, sick son of a bitch, Augusto Pinochet, is putting together, so reports say, arrest warrants for 6 of the people involved in these war crimes. Dick Cheney hasn't been mentioned yet, nor has George W. Bush. But one can hope. If we are not capable of doing that in this country, these are our war criminals. They should be brought to trial by us. They should be indicted, tried, and, if so, convicted and put in prison. But if the Spanish courts have to do it, so be it. We will certainly watch that one with interest, right? Now, the other thing today in the Washington Post, when it talks about when CIA officials subjected their first high-value captive, the unlucky Abu Zubaydah, to waterboarding and other torture methods, CIA officials were convinced that they had in their custody an al-Qaeda leader who knew all the details of operations yet to be unleashed. As a matter of fact, this is what the Bush crime family kept telling us. And it turns out now the CIA officials were facing increasing pressure from the White House to torture this poor bastard until he spilled the beans. Now, the methods that they used succeeded in breaking him. It would break anybody. It would break you. It would break me. Look what it did to Christopher Hitchens. How long did he last? 17 seconds. And the stories he told of al-Qaeda terrorism plots sent the FBI and the CIA scurrying around the globe, chasing leads that were nothing. These are the stories that Dick Cheney and the rest of Josh Bolton and the rest of these lying bastards have been putting out there in the media now, and prior to their being removed from office, that all the great intelligence that we got through our interrogation methods resulted in the thwarting of numerous plots that would have destroyed American lives, American property, probably, right on our own soil. Turns out that none of that is true. Of course, you knew that when it was going on, as did I. This is about the same time that, remember the color-coded terrorist alerts? Whatever happened to those? What were they? Green, yellow, orange, red, purple, what? I don't know.
All I know is like we were always yellow or orange. It just
always
perpetual.
They were coming. They're going to LA Airport. They're coming in from New Orleans. They're coming over here. Oh my God. Oh my God. In the end, not a single significant plot was foiled as a result of Zubaydah's torture. because there were none. They were all just anything that he could say, he said. The Post says nearly all the leads attained through the harsh measures quickly evaporated, while most of the useful information from Abu Zubaydah, not cities that were going to be nuked, but names of al-Qaeda members and associates, that information was obtained before Cheney ordered him tortured. Once the torture began, it all stopped. Dick Cheney is a sick son of a bitch. Somebody ought to leash him. I don't know, take him someplace. I watched the film from the early 70s last night, The Parallax View. Did you ever see that? Huh? I'm suggesting that you get it and look at it again. Dick Cheney, with his ring of assassins, his sick mind, his lust for torture, to seeing other people in agony. Why is that? Is it because that his own life has been just a series of heart attacks and cowardice? Is that it? Is that why this man has turned out to be, or always was, such a sick, vampiric bastard? Oh, my God. And you know what is really vile to me? Even worse than, well, not worse, but on a par with Cheney's behavior, is to watch when I see video clips of Cheney now and then addressing some gathering of right-wing bobbleheads, and they cheer him. They cheer him when he comes out on stage. A man who did more to destroy this country than anyone practically in the history of this republic, and he is cheered. It's astonishing.